Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Sulk stream. I hope you guys are doing well tonight. Hanging out, being fun and unusual and, you know, Sulksters and all of that. I hope you're good, and I hope you got a good... What is today? Tuesday? It's only Tuesday? Oh, my God. I don't even know how to, like, process that, man. Every day is just like, it's just mixing together, and I don't know what to do with it. Tonight we're doing martial law. We're doing where we're going to be in the country, what's going on. I don't know. I watched this video the other day. I found it kind of interesting, so I thought maybe you guys would find it interesting too. That's how I pick all my videos. And if it's not, it's okay. We have other options. You know how the Sulk stream goes. It's a little bit unpredictable, but that's how I like it. You know, that's me. That's what I do. All right, this is my show. Okay, everyone accept that. I'm in charge as a bad... I understand that's a bad idea. Don't get me wrong. I understand the ramifications of me being in charge. And trust me, nobody here wants that. Nobody does. It's just that's how it worked out. But I will take control, and I will lead this militia, right? And we will instate martial law. And then we will kick down doors, and we will take names, and it's all for the betterment of the people. It's all for the safety of the people. That's what I really want. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to make everything fine and safe again, right? That way we can rebuild society the way I see fit. That's what matters, right? This is not a democracy. This is a dictatorship. And I am the dictator. So I hope you like hash browns. Or tater tots. Dictator tots. Any potato-based food. We're a potato-based society. Okay? The potato is the perfect food. With some butter, get out of here. You ain't beating that. A little bit of salt. You're good. You ever see The Martian? He lives specifically, exclusively off of potatoes. It is the only food that a human could do so. We wouldn't have the Irish if it weren't for the potato. Anyways, that's enough potato facts for tonight. We're doing martial law. So, you know, grab your MREs, you know, get comfy, get cozy, put your space blanket on, hide from the robots, you know, the robot dogs that are hunting you with their thermals and stuff like that, because, oh, they're going to find you. They're going to find your ass. Oh, my God, and you're going to die. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Much like a potato, I would never sugarcoat it. Because, I mean, they're perfect the way they are. You know, ketchup, you have maybe nacho cheese. You can put anything on there, and it's still a potato. It's fucking awesome. We should have a frozen potato challenge. A frozen, potato challenge, right? We're not going to freeze the potato. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You know? We're getting off topic. If you guys want me to do a potato show, a specific potato-based show, I'll do that. I'll talk about the wonders and the glory of the potato for hours. Just waxing poetically about the potato and all its facets. You can make chips out of it, vodka. You want to party? You make French fries out of it? Who doesn't love French fries? Some sort of Nazi. Some sort of dictator... a bad person, all right? Anyways, what were we talking about? Martial law. Get comfy, get cozy. If you're working, please continue to work. You have to afford potatoes somehow. If you are driving, please get home and heat up a nice baked potato. You know, why not? Relax. And hit the like button. I would really appreciate that. And if you want to donate so I can buy my own potatoes, that'd be really nice. For the potato fund. Anyways, I'm the Incredible Sulk. This is the Sulk stream. And this is called the Dark Turning Point for America. Enjoy?
Obedience is not enough. Unless the population is suffering, how can you assure that it is obeying your will?
Was that it? Was the music appropriate? I don't know if it was.
Power is in tearing human
I don't know if it was.
and putting them together again.
This guy's just trying to defend his potato stash.
Do you begin to see this?
I don't know why I'm on a potato bender right now.
It is the exact opposite of the stupid.
Farrell says, hey, let's go potatoes. Hell yeah, let's go potatoes.
A world of fear.
Nobody dislikes potatoes, and I don't want to meet the person who dislikes a potato. Somebody, if I met a guy who was like, I don't like potatoes, I'd be like, what? Why? Did they rape your mom or something? Kill your father?
A world of trampling and being trampled
Burn
upon.
your village down? I don't know what you could. How can you dislike potatoes?
Refines itself. Progress in our world will be progress towards more pain. The old civilizations claimed they were founded on love.
Starting the rape jokes off early tonight. You know, we went from electro swing into potato conversation and then right into rape jokes. And it's a on track Sulk stream so far. And now we're watching some guy in peril. In deep peril. Everything's going to plan, guys. Everything is going to plan. You know. Am I hungry? I could be. Maybe not. Maybe. Bacon on your potato? Look, I know the joke about how I don't like bacon. This is not true. I do like bacon. And I like bacon on a potato. I think it's a very good topping.
There'll be no love except
Bacon
for the love
bits,
of
yeah.
bacon, brother. There'll be no laughter except the laugh of triumph over a
Where's Kitty? No, I didn't want him on my shoulder tonight because he's a little bit distracting. He just constantly goes from shoulder to shoulder and stuff like that. So my wife has him. And Feral Pigeon's kicking us off tonight with a tenner. Thank you. In Russia, you get 1 potato for dinner. In America, you get 2 potatoes for dinner. Yakov Smirnov. Brilliant man. A brilliant man. Thank you for the 10.
No science, when we are omnipotent, we shall have no more need of science. There will be no distinction between beauty and ugliness.
Based. Science is for gaylords anyway, right? Science nerds and shit like that. Whenever somebody's about to say like, actually, I immediately tone them out. It's just like an air conditioning buzzing, right? That's all. I don't hear shit you're about to say. When you say actually to me, it's gone. Any point you're about to make, as eloquent or poignant as it may be, it is not going to be absorbed by my gray matter. It is impossible because I already think you're a Reddit douche.
No curiosity, no enjoyment of the process of life. All competing pleasures will be destroyed, but always, do not forget this. Always there will be the intoxication of power, constantly increasing.
Farrell says, I've seen some interviews with Yakov. He actually a really interesting dude. I don't know anything about Yakov Smirnov, but I believe you.
And constantly growing
I believe
subtler.
that.
Always,
I believe
at
that.
every moment, there will be the
By the way, that's me standing over somebody I'm about to kill for their potatoes or something. More likely for their beliefs or their race, you know, but but I have the things on and I have the helmet and it's just a shadowy figure and stuff like that. That's me.
thrill of victory. The
I might be in a ghillie suit, honestly. I have one. Where is it? It's in that pile. It's got to be in that pile.
sensation of trampling upon an enemy who is helpless.
It's good camouflage. That's why I'm not able to find it usually. That's how you know you get the good
See
stuff.
A picture of the future. Imagine a boot stamping on a human face forever.
I'd shoot you before you got that sentence out. So I'd be like, oh my god. Cliche much? I wouldn't even say that though, because he'd be dead. And I'd be like, this one's dead. This one's dead. Good job, Sulk. I'd be like, thanks. Yeah, a lot of people think that, they prepare. But I'm gonna be this guy. I'm gonna be the guy all armored up, like going around oppressing people. I'm pretty sure that's the plan. Am I part of law enforcement or former military or anything like that? Intelligentsia? No, but it looks like fun. I just don't want to be the person being like, oh, I'm being oppressed. Ah. No, my family, you killed them. No, I'll be this guy. Stop shooting yourself. Stop shooting yourself. Stop shooting yourself. He puts a gun in his hand and forces. I mean, that's a Chad bully move, isn't that? That's like Chad as fuck. Instead of just shooting him downright, puts a gun in his hand and he forces him to shoot himself. Okay, let's see where this leads.
Every society has pressure
Big
points.
B says cake mix sounds lit, probably super moist. I'm sure that's out of context.
And when violence is justified, or
Are we still talking about potatoes? Maybe a little bit of cheddar mixed in with a jalapeno. Yeah, we're still talking about potatoes. We're still on potatoes, guys.
Or when political institutions
That's
fail
good.
to maintain legitimacy, those pressure points begin to crack. Now, with a recent combination of a high-profile political assassination and the brutal murder...
Look, if you guys have any potato-based recipes that I haven't heard of, like you guys have had potatoes au gratin, right? Potatoes au gratin slaps, right? You make a good potatoes au gratin, it's gonna hit me harder than this guy hit this chick.
A young girl on public transit, each of
Was that unnecessary? Yeah, it was. Just like the calorie count in potatoes au gratin, because it fucking slaps.
quickly exploited,
Slaps!
celebrated, or minimized by bad actors. It marks more than
Nobody did shit. She's bleeding out, and everyone just goes back to her phone. This lady behind me, you know, the AT&T operator with the long nails and shit like that. She wasn't having any. No one gave a fuck.
just a tragedy. It signals a widening fracture line
Hey,
in
Taddy.
our nation. And layered atop all of this is a justice system that often appears to release criminals with impunity, an immigration system unable or unwilling to prevent violent...
Taddy says, when I was a kid, I thought it was au gratin potatoes, and I hated eating them. Not au gratin, au gratin potatoes. Like an AUG, like the firearm, but also rotten potatoes. How do you hate au gratin potatoes? Even if you're misspelling them or mispronouncing them or something, it's cheese potatoes. What's to dislike about that? Those are the two main food groups. For me, well, there's meat as well.
Offenders from entering, in a population that quite frankly is just sick and tired of being gaslit by its own elites. You see, here in America,
Farrell says, don't you have to pre-cook and let refrigerate overnight before making potato pancakes? Those are called latkes, okay? And kind of Hebrew.
the stage is being
I mean, you do you, but I'm just saying.
set for one thing.
It's a little
and that is
Hebrew.
escalation. And this is
I thought you were a
evident everywhere
chick,
you
too,
look at
so
this past week across
whatever.
mass, social, and independent media sources, everyone is hitting that breaking point. I mean, there's a lot of talk of retribution, drawing lines in the sand, but there are very few people talking about or thinking about what that actually
We moved
is
on
and
to
what that actually
cornbread.
looks like.
Cornbread's good, too. Don't get me wrong. I like corn. My wife makes this cornbread and chili that is so good. Like, when she makes cornbread, it's like nice on a cold day. It is good cornbread and chili.
I mean, sure, it's easy to hold a perpetrator accountable, prison, death penalty, putting them down
Big B says, that's why I said German. There's an oven involved.
on the spot, you name it. But what about the puppet masters? What about
Big
the
B.
hydra of agitators and
Come on.
instigators, whether that be the media, politicians,
That's not
or
nice.
the mindless mob? You see, unfortunately,
funny.
there's not an easy solution to what is
not
becoming
nice.
of our nation. And it goes way beyond telling the world on social media.
So
that
tell me,
enough-
guys, what your plans for this whole military thing? I already told you what I was going to do. I was going to be the guy, I was going to be the guy in the boot. I was going to be stomping on the human face. That was my plan, all right? Hopefully they're hiring. I don't want to have to volunteer, but if that's what it takes, that's what it takes. What do you guys got going? Is Big B just going to hang out in his truck until it blows over? Reasonable. Is Farrell just going to be eating raccoons until, the world ends? Also, that's a pretty good idea. I'll have a stack of potatoes. I'll have my potato supply. No, I'm not going to tell you where it is.
Enough is enough. I mean, what does that even mean? What is a normal person actually going to do about
This
it?
guy looks like
Can
AI
you
Eminem. I keep seeing on
How can you
Facebook.
hold everyone accountable simultaneously?
A little bit.
You can't. And that means that the solution to all of this is going to be very
I think you have to have at least quarter-sized nipples to get hired. So there's like a guy with like one of those little, and he's like He's like, I got a little ruler. And he's like, no, not this one. And I'm like, no! And then they shoot me on sight. Right? They shoot me on sight. It's like the Hutu versus the Tutsis, you know, where they were like measuring their noses and stuff. Except for they're measuring my nipples. Do a lot of people have... Am I like so unique that like I'm the only guy that dies in this revolution? Just with my tiny nipples? And who would want to live in a world with a big pepperoni nipple people? Not me. That's weird. I don't want to... No. Everyone just got big oversized nipples and shit. That's a weird place to live. I don't want to live there.
Very messy.
Then everyone's making fun of me because of my tiny nips. I'm like, one day they'll grow.
These recent events have been very impactful.
They don't.
I'm old enough to remember.
They don't. I just have to... I have to live with my disfigurement. My deformity. And, God... You guys are mean to me. You guys are mean to me about the e-bikes and, like, you know, the other gay things I do. Why?
Remember 9/11 and
Why?
watching live while the plane flew into the second tower. And before the teacher or any of my classmates could say it, I knew inherently that we were under attack and something was wrong. But watching Charlie Kirk get executed on a world stage was even more gutting than that in a way that is difficult to describe.
It wasn't
But the fact is
positive.
that I don't have to describe it because
Farrell says, yep, that's how it works. First question, do you own an e-bike? If you make it to question 2, hold a quarter up to your Neros. And she corrected herself. She says, NERPs. Still don't think that was correct, though.
exactly how it felt also. We don't have to put words to it.
still
We
don't think
know
that was
it, we
correct,
feel it to our core. Now, one of the things that very few of us realized when 9/11 happened was what was actually to come. I mean, war was the obvious answer, but what wasn't obvious to us then was how...
Despite says, I plan on kayaking out to Egmont Key and camping out and hiding. Let me write that down. I don't have a pen. Whatever, I'm not going to meet you out there anyway. You'll probably be dead long before I get there.
how the relationship between citizens
So this was pretty recently made. 3 days ago.
and the state, our government, would radically change over the next several
I was like the first person to watch it.
decades. And that is one
It's got 520,000 views.
thing I don't
It's not
see
bad.
anyone really talk
I mean, like, I wish mine... I mean, come on. Could you imagine 500,000 people watching this? Like, that'd be a bad sign.
talking about.
That'd be
Is
a-
how
That's a big cult. That's a big cult, right? And I could probably get a lot of them to do exactly what I wanted. Which is, again, a bad sign.
after this turning point,
It's a bad
how will
sign.
that relationship change again now that we've hit this point? And that is what we're talking about today. What is the possibility of civil war, the word that everyone's throwing around? How will the government take advantage of this? What will we turn into and what will we allow in our quest to solve these immediate problems?
By the way, if we get bored of this, I also have cyclists ruin everything.
Facing. Who will we become or what will become of us? A disease is created so that a cure can be demanded. And that cure is never freedom, it is always control. So what pill will we as the American people be willing to swallow in the name of peace and justice? This is where I think we're headed.
Okay, so we like give up our freedoms to get rid of foreigners? Is that the problem? Are they just bringing in a bunch of foreigners and they'll be like, "We'll get rid of foreigners, but you have to give up your guns and your rights and stuff like that." That's a tough call. That's a tough call. Like, do we need guns at that point? I would still argue yes, but like far less so.
What I'm getting ready to talk about is where I think we're headed as a nation, and I'll say this up front.
I can't believe 18 people are watching now. Well, no, there's 25 people. Like, there's other things going on. I have X, I have locals, I have YouTube, but still, not great numbers so far.
I hope I am
Not great.
very wrong.
Hey guys,
That's
before we go
okay. There's probably other things going on. I understand my place, all right? I'm not going to be like, oh, look at me. No, okay? I have fun doing this, and so that's why I do it. Yeah, it's not great. No.
Further in the video, we just want to give you all heads up that the topics that we're going to talk about today
Does the permanent 13% still count as foreigners? Yes.
are very
Didn't even have to think about that.
dark, and there's also a lot of
Not even a
footage
little
that is pretty brutal as we look back through history. So If you have little ones, just a heads up. If you have teenagers,
How do you keep them returning without your guns? I don't know. We can't keep them out now, and we do have guns. So, like, what's the point?
personally,
I
I think
gotta
it's probably a good thing if they see it. But we just want to do our due diligence and give you the heads up. With that being said, we also have some sponsors that stick with us even whenever we make some kind of dark and intense content like this, and you guys should check them out. The first one being Silent. They are our go-to Faraday and dry bag company. They make absolutely world-class Faraday bags. We use their products for
Faraday
pretty much all of
bags.
our-
Let's address-
Faraday bags. You know what Faraday bags are for? Is for when you steal somebody's phone. That's for stealing people's phone. You don't want them to track you, so you put it in a Faraday bag and you're stealing somebody's phone. I have one. I don't steal people's phones because I don't want to, but I could.
address the breakdown of our society and who actually benefits from it. Public tragedies are not isolated.
Farrell says, I was just kidding, John. We poke fun to show emotions to the ones we like. That's very sweet, but I'm sensitive. I'm like a sunburnt nipple. I just, any poking or prodding, and I just, I feel it deep.
They are hotspots on a timeline already littered with 1,000 smaller sparks. Shootings swept under the rug, criminals quietly released, communities destabilized, and liberties eroded in most ways that people barely even notice.
We have guns, but aren't free enough to use them correctly. Well, that's the thing. If you want to use your guns for what they're supposed to be used for, you're going to go to jail. And you have to shoot the people that are trying to get you to go to jail. So it's gotta be a lot of people involved. Right? It's got to be a lot of people.
And each spark on its own might seem explainable or even dismissible, but when you really look at them and when you connect them, a pattern emerges, a deliberate raising of the temperature, a march towards a breaking point. And together they kind of form a chain, a link that each one tightens the noose on our own republic. You see, the assassination,
The boiling
of political
frog, I
figures,
get
the
it.
targeted killing of innocents are not merely random outbursts.
So it's looking more and more like that guy is a patsy, right? The guy, I'm not saying anything. I'm not like a conspiracy theorist. But the guy who shot so-and-so, I don't know how much I can actually say on YouTube. He kind of seems like he works for so-and-so. And he's not actually so-and-so. Redacted. I'm redacting myself. This is a problem. But I think you guys get enough to know what I'm talking about. Is anybody else retarded in this chat?
They are accelerants poured onto an already divided society.
Just me?
And when online echo chambers
Fine.
celebrate these events, it exposes the chilling truth that violence
Farrell says, I'm not giving up my guns. Too bad I lost them all in that boating accident. Yes. And I happen to have dive gear, and I know exactly where that boating accident happened. But I don't know.
is no longer universally condemned. And unfortunately,
I'm actually hiding them at the bottom of a lake. That's pretty bad.
once moral consensus kind of fractures in a society, the ground becomes more
He was a patsy, but we're all retarded, says Farrell. It's definitely kind of looking like that. I mean,
more fertile.
Again, I am not a conspiracy theorist in any way, shape, or form. I hear what the news tells me and the trusted sources tell me, and I believe it without question, as any good American would do.
Further escalation. Now, at the same time, trust in the justice system completely crumbles. We have
What?
judges releasing violent offenders. We have prosecutors declining to enforce laws and policies that elevate ideology
9/11, I say just fine 11.
over safety and the constitutionality of the law, and it all fuels this sense that the system is
Doesn't even make
rigged
sense.
against ordinary
That's how much I believe. I don't even think there was a building number 7.
citizens.
You know?
Add to this the unchecked flow of gangs and cartels across our porous borders.
This is a good one to have. Thank you. Yeah, thanks for this guy. He looks like the guy in Napoleon Dynamite, only he became a gangbanger. People like this should not be in the country. I think this is a pretty obvious thing. And he's waiting to go through. And then the guy at the border sees him, he's like, yep, come on. Get in here, you knucklehead.
Communities and people, normal people, begin to feel besieged, for lack of a better word. And this combination creates justified rage. It is justified. It is a natural
Despite says, boo.
human response.
What, you didn't like Just Fine 11?
Though its cause was not natural. Its cause was deliberate.
Like there's actual buildings in NYC? Yeah, that's true. I mean, they're either migrant hotels or the entire city might be made up. It's just a facade that they put on news programs. This could be true. This could be true.
Now, this fragmentation, it is not accidental. It is useful.
I've never been to New York City. I don't plan on going to New York City. It seems like a cesspit, and I've been in a lot of cities. And they're all cesspits. They're all disgusting. I'm sorry. It's not, look, it's not that I'm like afraid to go into the city. I just deeply dislike it. It's disgusting. There's too many people there, and they're all ugly as shit. Not all of them, admittedly. There's some good looking ones. But like most of the time, it's disgusting. 99% of the people are ugly as fuck. I don't like that. I don't like ugly people. I've been pretty clear on my stance on that.
Always to those who seek power.
You guys are cool, though. You guys are cool.
Chaos. Now, the first change that I think we're going to see has everything to do with our...
It's going to be hard to top breakfast night. I know. When you throw out gems like that, you're like, how am I going to top that? And you honestly just can't. But you just got to keep mining anyway. You just got to keep working at it.
Privacy, because we were already headed in that direction in the first place. You see, parallel
There's seriously only 22 people here, and I'm like wondering where the fuck is everyone?
to all these crises is the quiet and steady...
Usually more,
expansion
but
of
whatever.
the surveillance state. What was
Whatever.
once justified by terrorism...
You
after
guys don't
9/11,
like these good jokes? You don't like Just Fine 11? People don't appreciate good comedy anymore.
even with the Patriot Act, has now
I had a whole potato bit at the beginning of this. I don't get it, guys.
metastasized into domestic monitoring, license plate readers, flock cameras, AI-powered facial recognition, and an overall mass digital media surveillance. And it all weaves together into a net that ensnares citizens under the guise of safety. Every violent act, every public tragedy, it just becomes another justification to tighten that net. If only we had more cameras, if only we had more data.
Farrell says, I am retarded, but I need everything spelled out for me. Well, at least he can spell.
This would have never happened in America. It's a familiar...
I lived in Brooklyn for a year. It's something you do when you're young, but it's not appealing at my age now. Yeah, I don't know. Never lived in like a major city like that. It doesn't seem like a good time.
refrain, yet in practice, more surveillance rarely leads to, actually prevents tragedy. It simply ensures that the state has omniscience after the fact. And the cure is always more control, all right? And the cycle never ends. We're already seeing this online. People wondering why there weren't more cameras to catch the assassin, and why there wasn't better quality footage. We need more cameras on college campuses. We need better.
I for some reason my locals dropped again, and I tried looking it up and fixing it. They said it was a bitrate issue, but I guess that wasn't the issue. So I got to keep trying. 30 minutes in, and it fucking drops. I don't know why.
Security. It's already out there everywhere. People are saying it. Now, this in and of itself is not coming from a bad place. It's coming from a place of righteous people seeking justice, right? That's a good thing. But what it doesn't do is it doesn't understand the kind of vampire that it is inviting in. You see, when a population is frightened or angry enough, they stop asking why, and they start demanding answers, and they start looking for other people to solve their problems. And the government
Is Rumble having an issue? Please tell me Rumble's having an issue.
always happy to step in and save us from ourselves. The state has an all-knowing, all-seeing, all-powerful cure for the very disease that it facilitated in the first place.
It was the 9/11 joke? Why, was it an inside joke? Thank you.
much what we call a panopticon. Now, a panopticon is a style
Okay, all right, everybody, calm down.
in which all the cells are arranged in a circle. And
Did you try giving your local settings zinc? No, I didn't. I tried lowering the bitrate because Grok said the bitrate may be too high. Apparently that's not the issue.
The middle of that circle is a tower that can see everything, can know everything. It can eliminate any of the prisoners at any time.
It's been choppy? Is it? Well, maybe it's better on YouTube.
See it, you can't shoot into it, you can't destroy it, and that's not even the scary part about it. The most unnerving thing about it is the psychological effect that it has on you as an inmate.
Farrell says this when you start hearing, will somebody do something mentality that invites more control in. Well, that's exactly it. You get a bunch of these liberal chicks that are like, whoa, what about the school children and the guns? It's the guns that are the problem. Somebody do something and go house to house taking people's guns and stuff like that. And like, no one's going to do that, by the way. No one would have the balls to do that. In America, if somebody actually, let's say Gavin Newsom was like, all right, we're going to start going house to house and taking people's guns. Okay, I don't think that's going to work. I think that's going to be a problem. And if you can actually get cops to do that, I mean, you better pay them well, because that seems like a self-deletion mission. I can't say certain words. Yeah. You're going to get shot, dude. Like, that's a bad idea. There's no way I would do that. I'm not going house to house being like, give me your vote. No. No way. And, they're not even going to go to the black neighborhoods or, the Hispanic neighborhoods and stuff, where, the guns are actually a problem, because they know they're going to get shot.
Because you can't see into it or do anything about it, it creates an omnipresent uncertainty of surveillance that encourages you to self-regulate your behavior. You learn to watch what you say.
Background noise says, yes, officers, all my firearms are in the basement. And then you bend over and spread your ass. And they get shot by a Derringer. That would surprise him. Because he thought you were punking him, right? You're like, oh, I get it. It's in your ass. Boom! Ah! Ah! How did you trigger that? You just got to squeeze a certain way. Hold on. Watch me. I gotta drop a magazine and load another one. Ta-da.
You'll learn to watch.
You hear the...
You learn to watch who you become friends with in the prison.
That's a talented asshole. That is a talented asshole. I mean, that's a talented asshole right there.
Your every waking moment. And the worst part is your children will do the same and never even know it or question it, because it's the only world they've ever lived in. Now, you may say, well, I'm a good person. What do I have to
Nah, it has to be at least a 38 Derringer. Won't do. I don't know. What can you actually put up there? It's I guess it depends what kind of, how brave you are. But, I mean, it ain't going to be a 45.
About. And to that, I will say the death of privacy is the first.
9mm is a stretch, if you get my drift.
First death towards the death of dissent. And in our country, the panopticon is controlled by a different person or party.
Don't want to meet the guy who has a 50 cal up there.
Or prison warden, if you want to stick with that analogy.
This is terrible. This is terrible.
4 years. So just because the warden is on your side today doesn't mean
Derringer with a magazine? Shut up, Despite. Shut the fuck up.
Favor with the next one. And unfortunately, we as Americans, we've forgotten how important our privacy, which is a human right supported by the Fourth Amendment, is. Most Americans don't even know what it is, thanks to the public education system. So let me lay.
Public education system is corrupt. It is about the most corrupt institution that America has. But I've covered that plenty. I don't think I need to go any further. Now we're working out the physics of how you can shoot a bullet out your asshole. Feral Pigeon says cops won't do it. They'll go through neighborhoods shooting people with paintballs because they're on their front porch past curfew. I can't say that word. Curfew, but they don't have one curly to go after. Yeah, they're not going to do that. Right? Shooting people with paintballs on their porch is hilarious and fun. But, they're not actually going to go and be like, give us your weapons. No, they won't do that. They won't even go into a school when there's a pew-pewing going on. God, YouTube is gay. God, YouTube is gay. They won't even do that. They'll wait outside until it sounds like he's out of bullets, and then he's like, okay, everybody in their SWAT uniforms, everyone geared up to the nines, we're ready to go. It sounds like he's out of bullets or he's dead by his own hand. And they stop other people from going, wait, don't go in there. He's got a gun. But my kid's in there. Well, maybe your kid has a gun. It is a public school. And he's like, okay, good point. Background noise for $5 and he sent a link. What's the link?
The Fourth Amendment says this: it is the right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable.
Are you fucking for real, dude? I was just kidding. Police find gun hidden in man's rectum during search. That's like a... It's like a... That's a big gun. It's like a Glock. Yo. Yo. How? How did he do that? How did he do that? How did he get that thing all the way up there? Whoa. That's crazy, dude. It's not even pointed in the right direction. Did you put it in there sideways? I would not mess with this guy. I would not fuck with this guy. This dude's probably the hardest dude in prison. He put a full 9mm up his ass. A full 9mm up his ass. And like, yeah, you don't mess with a guy like that. I wouldn't.
Searches and seizures. It shall not be.
It's called grit and determination. Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't have anything to add to that because that is exactly what. If where there's a will, there's a way, you know. And I don't know if he lubed it up, but probably not. He probably didn't have time to lube that bad boy up. He just fucking bit the bullet, probably, and then just keistered an entire firearm. And he probably didn't even need to. It was like registered in his name. It was just like it was an impulse. I'm just going to shove this up my ass.
Issued, but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation.
It looks like the mag is up his butt, and the barrel sticks out under his butt cheeks. Is that how he jammed it up there? Can he pull the trigger with his cheeks? I don't think it's like a trigger. Okay, so here are his cheeks. Oh my god. Oh my god. No, okay. So, okay, it looks like the barrel is sticking out. And no, this is inside his anus. This is deep inside of his rectum. That's not just, it's not just being held by his butt cheeks. That's in his ass. That is in the chamber. Can he pull it? Maybe he's got like a little hamster up there that he's trained to pull the trigger. It's a guess. It's a wild guess.
Particularly describing the place to be searched.
Yeah, that's way up there. That shit is way up there.
To be seized. In other words, in all places where you should have privacy, the government does not have the right to violate that. But we are standing on the edge of an omnipotent and omnipresent surveillance state that is 24/7 monitoring you.
Shimo Street says YouTube is super gay. Well, there you go.
Your likeness, your data, your thoughts. Yes, your thoughts. Because there's an algorithm for determining your thoughts based on your search history, and it's all being collected. And
I would love to know, or maybe I wouldn't. I would love, because they have to have a dossier on all of us. Doesn't matter if you're using incognito mode or anything like that. I mean, unless you're using like Tor browser, or like Tor, the Onion writer. Then they have everything. And you can't use Tor because it's just slow as fuck, dude. It is, it's just slow. But I'd like to know what they have on me and what they think about me. I mean, what information could they possibly have besides my entire Rumble and Twitter? I don't think I'm going to get that job. I don't think I'm going to get the job of oppressing people. I don't think I'm going to get it. Damn it. Going to have to learn to put a gun up my ass. Teach me. Teach me your ways. He is not happy, dude. You know, when he took this, there was a gun in his ass. When he took that picture, he was like, he's not like, all right. He is not thrilled. He is not in a good mood. I wouldn't be either. Honestly, I would not be in a good mood. I mean, like, what if it's like a SIG 320 or something like that? Then you'd just be scared. Like, is this shit going to go off? Is this shit going to go off in my ass?
Packaged all the time, ready to be used against you today or 20 years from now.
They thought.
It's the equivalent of a police officer in his squad car.
Thought says, not sure what I walked into, but, winky face, I will say the XR did not look like it was up his anus based on anatomy. You sure? I don't know, man. That looks like it's up his ass. Looks like it's pretty deep in his ass. But whatever. I'm not a doctor or anything.
Sitting outside the house 24/7, and while he's in his car, he can see everything that you're digitally doing, everything you're searching, everything you're buying, everything you're texting, and the moment you step outside...
I told you the nipple requirement, John. You weren't going to get... Okay, look. I'll just get nipple enhancement. I'll get nipple... I'll just take like a Sharpie and I'll just draw big ones, and I'll be like, look, I'm one of you. I don't want to be a part of you people. I don't want to be a part of that gang, though. I don't want to be the big nipple chuds. I don't. Background noise for a $5. And he's got an E-Bombs World. Oh my God, dude. Where do you keep finding these? Okay, Dr. Thought. What do you think about this one? It looks like he's about to give birth to a revolver. That is a revolver. That's not even like... That's a revolver, and it's got like the cylinder and like... Oh my God. Well thought, what do you think? Do you think this is firmly in his ass? I don't know how you're finding these, dude. I don't know what you're Googling, but like the people that look through your search history are gonna... If you get arrested, they're gonna be looking in your ass. I'm just telling you. What you think about that is up, you know, if you're into that, then... But if you're not into that, I don't know. But they're gonna look. They're gonna look.
He's watching you and he's taking
They're
notes.
gonna
He's
look.
following you to work, and to the gym, and to the coffee shop, and to the range. Everywhere you go. And the whole time he's taking notes on who you're with and what you're doing and what mood you seem to be in. You name it. And this happens for years.
That looks like a 38 special. I mean, I bet he wish it was a snub nose, but it is not, dude. That's a full length. Could be a 38 special though, but not a snub nose. At least do the snub nose, right? But he's probably not a hard-boiled detective, so I doubt he's got a 38 special snub nose. But I would absolutely rock that. I would absolutely ever carry a 38 snub nose. That's some legit ass shit. And you can keister it if you're willing.
Years and years and years. And one
I'm
day
not.
you do something.
I'm not. I'll take the fucking, you know, what is it? Like 5 to 10? Fine. Put me away for 5 to 10. I'd rather do 5 to 10 years in jail than put a gun up my ass, like deep into my rectum. No. I don't, even if it was an option, if the judge was like, well, you could do 5 to 10 years in prison, or I could shove this Magnum 500 deep into your ass, and I'd be like, well, jail doesn't sound that bad.
Accidentally,
That
or
doesn't sound that
or you're friends with the wrong person, and another officer can comb through all of that data and find a reason to peg you for something you did.
That thing is pretty heavy too. What does it feel like that you just absolutely need to take a dump? You're like, oh my God, I need to shit right now.
Many years ago. Now we can all agree that that is a tyrannical, kind of far-fetched.
Farrell says I used to have a Shamrock Green Snub Nose 38 special. That sounds awesome. Before the aforementioned boat, right.
situation.
Right.
And that is what it
Those
was.
damn boats, they're precarious.
Be
You know?
like if we usher in this coming age of surveillance. And to go back to the prison.
Shank says 5 to 10, you're gonna get much more up there in jail, bro. I don't think that. Look, not everyone gets Let's call it bamboozled in jail. Not everyone gets bamboozled in jail, all right? There is a minority of... Look, there's easier targets. I know that for a fact. In jail, I mean, like, if you want to get your dick all poopy, there's going to be somebody easier than me. I guarantee you. There's probably a lot of willing takers, too. So, I mean, like, I'm not really all that concerned about that.
Analogy. What happens when the warden doesn't like you? Now, the closest thing that we've seen in history to a true surveillance state is how the Stasi operated in East Germany. The Stasi were the secret police of the communist German Democratic Republic,
Yeah.
and they were known to be, or to have the...
And my Stasi are all going to be Down syndrome people. Very, very retarded. Not just stupid, like Reddit kids or something like that. No, like legit disabled. like disabled. I'm going to have to drive them to the place that they're going to have to be oppressing people. Because they just can't handle that.
most oppressive surveillance
They're
apparatus.
going to be wearing headphones all the time and be like, show me your papers. It's going to scare the fuck out of people. It will. That's scary.
In history up until today. Now, you may not have anything to hide, but even if I were to walk into your house today, I can make an argument as to why you're...
Farrell says there are plenty of willing bottoms in jail. There you go. So you don't need to, right? Like, it's not everyone's getting bamboozled in jail, right? There's plenty of people that would be happily take it in the rear quarters for like extra Snickers bars or something. I don't know what they have.
You're a criminal or a domestic threat. Why is your door unlocked? Oh, it's a safe neighborhood? Well,
You're going to need to get a bus, a short one, but a bus. Yeah. I mean, like, imagine people being terrified of a short bus pulling up. Because I'm not. Now, if I see a short bus pulling up, I'm pulling out a lawn chair and I'm, like, ready for the show. You know, but, like, imagine, you know, one day, Sulk's retarded posse, his retarded Stasi's coming out, and they're going to bust some skulls, and then they just slowly kind of filter out of the bus and looking around. And people are afraid of that. People are afraid of that. Now people just giggle, right? And yes, they deserve to go to hell, but... Wait, which people? The short bus people?
what if the
No, that is hell.
terrorists we're looking for just walked in? Would you even know it? We need to take a look around in here to make
Or
sure it's
heaven,
not
I don't
there.
know.
I walk into your kitchen. Oh, why is there a set of knives on your counter? Do you have a permit for those? Why are they insecure?
Big B says, I happen to have a bus endorsement on my CDL. I'll drive them around. There we go. We got volunteers. The pieces are falling together, guys. The pieces are falling together. It's one of those puzzles, but like a retarded puzzle where the pieces are really big and they're kind of just squares. So it's not very difficult. But they're falling together regardless.
Secured. Couldn't your children grab one? You're an unfit parent. We need to contact CPS. Oh, that's a nice garden that you have in your backyard. Why do you have so much fertilizer? Don't you know that's an ingredient for explosives? Just last week, a terror attack was committed and that ingredient was used. Can you account for how much?
I'm like, damn, you're a talkative investigator, dude. Why are you telling me so much? No, I didn't know that. I didn't know that before, but now I do. What else do you know that you want to tell me about? You just going around telling people how to make bombs and shit? You're bad at this.
You used? How much? Can you account for how much you've purchased? Can you prove it? Oh, you can't? Well, we have to investigate this further. And until then, you cannot purchase anymore because now you're on our list. Oh, and last week, your wife had lunch with Mary, whose husband is Mark, and Mark's brother just got rolled up in a sting because he was distributing anti-state propaganda and fake news online. How well do you know them? Have you ever...
I hate Mark. And my wife is a bitch. Mary. Not my actual... I love my actual wife, but like... If I was married to Mary, then I'd be like, I would take her away. Put her in the camps.
met Mark?
Put her in the
Have you met Mark?
camps.
Did he ever tell you about his operation?
Where she has to break rocks, and then there's that one retard with a shotgun and the glasses and stuff like that. And they... I want to see the guy. He's on horseback. He's singing songs, and he likes the songs. Poor, sweet, innocent souls. Those Down syndrome people.
He didn't? Who would he have probably told about that? Do you know any of his friends? You don't? Or are you withholding their names? We need names or we're going to suspect you of protecting him. This is how this stopped.
No, Thought. Thought says, wait, the cult has to ride on a short bus now? Magic sex cult school bus? No. My brown shirts, my Stasis, my secret police will be a regimen of Down syndrome and retarded and autistic people and stuff like that. Because, you know, a lot of people are being called Nazis and stuff these days. And if you made actual Nazis out of retarded people, no one could make fun of them. Because then they'd be in trouble for making fun of retards. And that's mean. That's mean. See, I'm using their own suicidal empathy against them. It's brilliant. It's a brilliant plot. And sure, we'll have a bus for the sex. Why not? Big B, are you willing to drive around the sex bus as well?
And as the surveillance state goes up, your ability to dissent without consequences
blacked out windows.
Goes down. And as dissent becomes harder to voice, opposition to state narratives is basically labeled as extreme.
Army of Tardness is pretty funny. Critical Thought.
And the line between public safety and
Army of Tardness. That's the name. That's the name right there.
It just
Pretty
dissolves
funny.
completely. And history shows us that societies do not leap into this kind of tyranny overnight. They stumble into it while chasing security. Now we stand at a similar crossroads.
Can I drive that bus on my days off? Yeah, dude, I guess. You're volunteering, so do whatever you want.
Tragedy after tragedy, outrage
It's going to stink a little.
outrage.
And you're like, what bus? And I'm like, both of them.
All be
Both of them
weaponized.
are going to stink, okay? For different reasons, they're both going to stink, though.
Not to heal the divisions in our country, but to justify tighter control.
Lucas Hardar says, good luck, y'all. I'm going to be planting potatoes at night with my night. The NODs are night vision. So, yeah. Cool. Good. We're gonna need potatoes. We're gonna need a lot of potatoes. Down here in the South, we can grow sweet potatoes really easily. So, hope you like sweet potatoes. I do. I think they're good.
If history is a guide, the cure will be worse than the disease. And I think in the wake of recent events, combined with the momentum and our indifference,
You like how this guy's like got the music and it's real ominous, and he's like really trying to evoke a mood, paint a picture. And I'm talking about the Army of Tardness and the sex bus and stuff like that. You think he'd appreciate this?
to how our privacy is tracked. and
Probably
monitored.
not.
We're looking at being an
Probably
act or
not.
law or two away from a total surveillance state that will be the perfect tool of abuse for our future leaders. And while we may cheer that they catch the bad guy today, just know that it is also sweeping up millions of ordinary citizens that can and will be abused by someone at some point in the future. And
Tards.
they probably won't even be an elected official, but probably.
No, I don't think Tards can hold office. Can they? Is there a law against like... No, I don't think there is. I think we could actually vote in an actual Down syndrome person. Why haven't we done that? Why haven't we done that? Like, why haven't we done that? Why haven't we voted in like an actual legitimate like clinical retard into office? I think that's a good idea. Because like, who fucking cares anymore? Everyone's going to be corrupt anyway. Anybody that gets in there is going to be corrupt probably from the very beginning, right? So why not just have like a sweet, soulful Down syndrome guy that just likes looking at birds, and he's all like, yeah, I don't know about the war in the Middle East, but I like pancakes. And then he just kind of goes off like that. It would actually be a lot more coherent than any of Biden's speeches. The real Biden, not the one with the. See, you can tell there's multiple Bidens because some of their earlobes are connected, and some of their earlobes are disconnected, and it goes back and forth, and you can't just do that. That's not like a surgery you go back and forth on. I can show you proof of this. But I think the one with the connected earlobes is more with it, but I'd rather listen to a retard speech more than Biden. What's he talk about? Ice cream? Is he still alive? Is he still alive? I haven't heard from him at all. Is he okay? Is he? I don't know. I have not heard anything from him at all. Is he okay?
Probably an intelligence community
Did
that
he?
doubles as a parallel
He might have,
government
I don't
to
know.
the one that we have. Completely unaccountable.
Shimo Street says tards are better than women. Yeah. I mean, it depends on what you're talking about. I mean, like, at giving birth, probably not. But everything else, yeah.
To the people that they supposedly serve.
And yes, I know there are tarded women and stuff like that, but that's an oxymoron. So let's not go down that road, okay?
The phrase "civil war" once felt alarmist.
Let's not
but
go
today it
down that
circulates
road.
casually in mainstream discourse. Now,
If you guys don't believe me on my misogynistic speak and anything, just watch Love on the Spectrum, my favorite show now, and see the autistic guys, very clearly autistic, very, very clearly autistic, and then see the autistic women. They're just kind of like sweet and quiet, right? Sure, they might have tested weird to be like on the spectrum. They're like, oh, you're autistic, but like, oh, well, it's still, I mean, she's still got all the parts and stuff like that. What's the difference? I'm just saying you really can't tell much of a difference. You just can't tell much of a difference on most of them. I mean, the Down syndrome ones, yeah, you can, obviously they have Down syndrome, but like the autistic ones, they seem pretty normal to me. And then I look over at my wife, and then I have my doubts. I'm all like, did I get one? Yeah, probably. 90% chance she has some sort of disorder. Yeah.
I'll say this: anyone actually calling
Yeah.
for civil war, I guarantee you, has never been in one.
It does.
That
It
is
gets you in the
most
feels.
Low
You're right.
IQ grandstand you can ever have.
Jess is just sitting there being like, oh. And I'm watching her watch the show. I'm talking about autistic people, the Love on the Spectrum. And then I'm like, I look at her and she's like, what? You don't root for love? I'm rooting for love. And I'm dying. I'm dying laughing. Because it's just a couple of nose-picking retards.
They deserve love too.
I'm not saying they don't deserve love. I just think it's comical, right? There's one that's a slut, dude.
She's a slut.
Slut!
She's so thirsty.
Thirsty, right? Thirsty for the Kool-Aid. Maybe we can make her part of the cult. What? You think, oh, what's that face?
The cult slut.
No, I'm just saying, tards are welcome. Tards are welcome.
She's smart though. She is.
See what I'm saying? See, you can not tell the difference between the autistic ones and the normal ones. Normal women. It's very difficult.
So, what am I?
The jury's still out.
I'm not saying it won't happen, but to wish for it is complete madness. But objectively, we have
Tejas says John is looking for that Tardussy.
conditions are aligning. We have deep ideological
got it.
division. We have
Yeah, I got it.
regionalization of elections. We have geographic clustering of beliefs and an armed populace with eroding trust in institutions. We already have
Waist
violence
down,
at
Down
fringes.
syndrome
When a central
contest.
authority
Nice.
ever fails to maintain legitimacy, or worse,
Is it the cartoon broad?
Yeah.
It's the cartoon broad. Yeah, she kind of slut, dude. She's so fucking horny, dude. And she's not subtle about it. She's like wafting her shit around. She's like, smell that? Smell that? I'm ovulating.
I need my.
What? Still smells the same. I wouldn't
No.
even know.
It smells better when you're ovulating.
No, I mean between tards and regular chicks.
Honey, you got yourself a tard wife. What do you Hard wife.
Tard life.
Yay. Yeah.
Tard life.
appears to manipulate
The
tragedy
tard
for
lifer.
control, the mill will collapse, and it's already collapsing after the most recent events, and sides will harden. But civil war in the modern sense would not mirror 18...
Farrell says she might be special, but I promise you sleep heavier than she does. Probably. And I bet it grips like a retarded kid, dude.
61. That's what we all kind of think about. It would not be two armies facing each
I had to wait for my tard wife to leave the room.
other from across battle lines. Instead, it would manifest itself as a fragmentation.
Honey, can I have another water?
Pockets of rebellion, domestic terrorism, secessionist movements, and escalating cycles of reprisal. Violence would be sporadic, but pervasive, destabilizing commerce,
I don't know. It could be Danny. Is she the super horny one with glasses? I mean, like, somebody needs to throw that chick a bone, dude. Like, she's, like, rubbing up against it. She's like a cat in heat, dude. It's ridiculous. Like, god damn, dude. I need to hose you down.
structure, and governance. And in such
Do tards vote? Yeah, the 19th Amendment was ratified a long time ago.
conditions, people will inevitably look for a strong hand to restore order. If we take a look
Didn't
at
you know that?
in the 1990s, what began as a political fragmentation completely spiraled into ethnic
Oh, thank you. And she brought the cat. You gonna put him on my shoulder? Oh, he's upset.
He doesn't want you. He wants his mom.
Fine, whatever.
He's on my shoulder.
and ideological violence. You had neighbors who once coexisted, and they became enemies. They were inflamed by propaganda and selective justice. And the central authority completely
Despite says I prefer the Australia Love on the Spectrum. Have we seen that one? Okay, well, I guess we're gonna watch that tonight.
collapsed, and foreign powers exploited that chaos. And the lesson there is that civil wars often don't start with armies, and sometimes armies aren't even involved. It starts with a breakdown of trust between communities, which is already happening.
Pigeon Farrell said she keeps calling him farts. He's a good cat, dude. He's a nice cat. He loves hanging out and he just chills and stuff. He's a good addition to the family. And here's Bangs. Bangs is still sitting here. Bangs! 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 She's good too.
Happening here in America. Take a look at Iraq post-2003. After the toppling of Saddam Hussein, state institutions collapsed. It left a vacuum filled by sectarian militias and insurgents. Violence was decentralized.
I think we got the point of this. You guys want to watch how cyclists ruin everything? Yeah? Vote?
How you doing? Come on and sit on down because today we're talking about cyclists.
This is a trip to the hospital. This is a bad wipeout. Are you guys happy to see this?
There's one thing I actually hate in this world is cyclists.
This is an e-bike. It's different. And yes, I cycled to the gym today. On my e-bike, it goes 35 miles an hour. It's different. It's different. I'm telling you it's different.
I'm sorry if that pertains to one of you, but actually I'm not.
Taddy says, yeah, cyclists are the worst. E-bike users are usually cool, though. Dabs.
Sorry. Get a new hobby. The constant
Cyclists and scooter kids are the worst.
battle between boomer cyclists, any age cyclist, and driver.
Oh, I love it when they're fat, too, dude. Like, the people who, like, wear the jerseys and the short shorts, and they're all fat on top of that. I saw this one, like, when I was, like, riding down the path with my kid, and, like, I was on a bike, and he was on a bike and stuff like that. And then this big fat lady came by, and she was, like, on a 10-speed like this, pedaling. Ew. Ew. And then she was, like, trying to get exercise and stuff like that. I'm like, bless your heart. But then she's, like, rude about it. On your left. Okay, fine. Just go by us. Get a bell. God. I should have tripped her. I should have gone, like, full-blown, full throttle. Do you guys remember that game where I go use a chain and like throw it into her spokes and stuff so she wipes out? Should have done that. The cycle gang. the pedal files.
Is an ongoing feud that will never end. For as long as anyone can remember, there has been an endless beef regarding which side causes the most trouble on the road. Is it drunk drivers? Or is it cyclists swerving in between legs? Maybe he hits the side of your car with his fist because this is my road too, damn it. It's not. It's not. I have even had my own gripe with cyclists. While I lived in Portland, Oregon, I know.
It's just unloading. Just get out of your car and unload on them. No. Again, I go to the speed limit. You're not allowed to go faster than I'm going, okay? It's not the same thing. And yeah, I do kind of go between cars, but cars are slow, so I'm going to do that.
No, shocker. A person on a bike in Portland, Oregon, smashing your car and being a...
See, the thing in Portland, Oregon is they're on fixed gears. Do you guys know what a fixed gear bike is? It's basically a unicycle with a front wheel. It is the gayest shit you could possibly do on two wheels. Like, there's no brakes, right? And, like, you can pedal backwards, and it is gay as fuck, man. But, yeah, in Portland, they're all fixed gears. It is a unicycle. It is a unicycle with a front wheel. That shit's gay. Don't get me started. You guys are like, well, e-bikes are gay. Dude, do not get me started.
That's odd. I think we're getting ready to park following every traffic
Can we
rule.
talk about this guy's hair? Yeah, dude, he's just some, like, burnt-out Zoomer, dude. Like, what do you want? He's just some burnt-out Zoomer, and he, like, likes cheeseburgers. Leave him alone. He's... I'm not going to say he's fine. He's doing well for himself. I'll give him that. He's doing well for himself. Fine is a loaded term.
We could have ever done, and it was like the parking
Just like his baked potatoes, which I enjoy too.
spots that are kind of diagonal. And as we were just like pulling into one of the spots, this guy on a bicycle speeds by.
Despite says cars are slow. Yeah, cars are slow because there's a line of them, right? And they have to wait behind each other, and I could easily go around them. That's why cars are slow. The speed limit is 35. They're going like 15 miles an hour because there's traffic. I can easily go right past them. There's a reason why everybody in this town rides e-bikes. It's not retarded. It's not gay. Admittedly, some of them are gay, but that's just people, okay? Cars are kind of slow in this town because it's more of a pedestrian town, all right? On my birthday, this is my birthday.
By and he hits the back of my wife's
It's not my
Jeep and
birthday.
just keeps hitting it like that. He does, look out!
Use the sidewalk? Why would I use the sidewalk? Why would I use the sidewalk? You understand I'm going faster than the cars. Why would I use the sidewalk? It's illegal to use the sidewalk. You know that, right?
We were pulling into a spot. Like, I don't know what the...
Yes, I split lanes. Yes, I split lanes. Yes, I split lanes. Yes, I split lanes. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm not even a little bit sorry. Fuck you. Fuck y'all. I'm going to get there faster than you. Okay? Obviously, I'm not going to sit in traffic. I'm just going to go around you. It's easy. No one cares. Well, if they do care, I carry a gun. I carry a gun. Just in case anyone wants to call me gay, then I pull a gun on them. Is this gay? Is this gay? Is this gay? Yeah. Trust me. I'm a loco.
Since then, I'll be honest, I'm a little biased. I've had an issue with cyclists. I think it's a gross hobby. Also, don't act like you're saving the world riding a bicycle. Can I just say that too? I'm a barista, and I'm going to my coffee job on my bike, not using fossil fuels.
Look, it's not about fossil fuels or anything like that. Because my car is it's a big old diesel engine, right? I don't give a fuck about the fossil fuels or the planet or anything like that. Trust me. Trust me. I mean, you guys know me. You guys have heard me speak enough to be like, no, this guy is not considerate. He is not considerate. No, I just use it because it's just faster. It gets me where I need to go quicker than if I were in a car. It's just that's the meat and potatoes of it, right? And it's not bad because I don't have to use gas too. It's like essentially getting me there for free. What I use like 2 cents worth of electricity. It's actually a pretty good way of getting around.
You can't afford a car. Just say that. Can you say that? You're probably just like,
I have a car. It's nicer than yours.
it's away my license. Don't need a license to ride a bike.
No, I'm not. I have my license. I have these things. I have these things, man. I'm not an alcoholic. Look, I'm not saying there aren't homeless people out there riding bikes, even e-bikes. There's homeless people out there. They have their they're towing a shopping cart on their e-bike and stuff like that. What do you want me to do about that? What do you want me to do about that? You want me to make sure that homeless people don't ride e-bikes? You want me to tase the homeless? I'll do that. You don't even have to pay me. I'll do that for free. Gratis. I will do that for free. As long as they don't take me to jail for doing that. But they will get upset with me. Right? It's something about the local wildlife. I don't get it.
Whichever side's to blame, one thing's for sure. Things have gotten so heated that both sides are responsible.
Shoot in the air. Just a couple pops. A little bike pop. Pop, pop. I'll be like, what? My horn isn't that loud. And it sounds gay. I'll give you that. There is a horn on the e-bike, but it sounds super lame. That ain't getting anybody to move. No. But if I pulled out the Gleazy and popped a couple of rounds in the air, then a lot of people would take notice and be like, holy shit, that's a cool e-bike. And I'd be like, yeah.
Responding in extreme ways. And of course, there's been some viral videos.
Why can't a hobo afford an e-bike? Because they're not expensive. They're not. I mean, like, you can get a cheap one for like $250.
Maybe older bicyclists getting in little heated debates, let's just say, with
Feral Pigeon says a hobo could steal an e-bike. That is also a big deal. Yeah, people do steal them. Like, all the time.
Drivers. And today, I think we're going to look at where did this feud start, who's in the right, who's in the wrong, and where the hell are we going in the future?
Wire up a train horn? That would be hilarious if I was just like on my bike and then the horn was just wildly loud, right? Like break someone's back windshield loud, right? Just that would be, I mean, people get mad, but I'd be like, and then I'd ride off silently. And they wouldn't be able to hear me because their hearing is now shot at that point. It was just, I mean, it's just a sonic weapon.
And for me, it's going to be in a car because I want to get there in one piece.
They're $500 for a decent one. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, for a decent one. If you want a decent one, yeah, they're going to be like, I mean, they're going to be like $1,000 for like, if you want like a real legit one, then you're going to be spending at least $1,000. But you can get one for $250. It's not going to be great, but it will be an e-bike.
Which, first off, let's just explain the feud. Cyclists often complain that drivers do not share the road with them. Or
the ones my son was looking at were between $500 and $2K, but you need a license in North Carolina to have one. Well, that's fucking gay. Yeah, in Florida, this is why everybody here has an e-bike, and this is why there's like 5 e-bike shops here. In Florida, they are considered legally the same as normal bikes. They're not motorcycles, nothing like that. They are legally the same as normal bikes. And so people ride them as they would a normal bike. Completely souped up like Saurons, you know, like $3,500 bikes that can go like 70 miles an hour. It is still technically an e-bike and therefore a bike. So no need for a license, no age requirement or anything like that. Have fun. Have fun. And so everybody rides them everywhere, right? You ride them on the beach. It's free. Anywhere you go. No problems, no parking, nothing. This is why everyone has one. It is just the easiest, cheapest, most efficient way of travel around here. Call me gay all you want. I know you will. Trust me. I know you will. But I don't give a fuck. I have a good time on my bike. I'm not holding anybody up. And I'm packing heat.
Turn the same respect they receive on the road.
If some homeless guy wants to steal my e-bike and I catch him in the act, I'm going to kill him. I will kill him. I will kill that motherfucker. I will kill him dead.
Already. I'm like, When have you ever seen like a respectful
Lucas says, I live in Florida, no e-bike. Well, in my town, it's just much more reasonable.
cyclist? They say that there's a lack of instruction in driver's ed about how to properly navigate the road with cyclists present. Because most drivers do not have experience cycling on the road, there's a lack of understanding for the other side. So cyclists are just like, drivers are retarded, and they don't understand that we ride, we pedal, and we...
Okay, so here's the thing. When people see you on a bike, they don't know how to act. They think the rules of the road no longer apply. Like stop signs don't work anymore. So they'll be at a stop sign and see you coming down the road to your stop sign and just expect you not to stop. So they'll just sit there. And then I roll up to the stop sign and then stop and I stare at them. And then they stare at me and I stare at them. And like this happens almost every day. I'm like, go! Go, you fucking retard. It's your turn. Go! Go! And then we get in this weird confrontation, right? Where they're like, no, you go. No, you go. I'm like, go. Please go. I'm going to pull my gun on you. Please. I know you're like a suburban mom and shit like that. And like, I don't want it to end like this. Go. The rules of the road are the rules of the road, and I am obeying them, and you need to obey them as well, all right? I can see how scuffed up your rims are. I know you're bad at this, but please try to follow the rules of the road. Oh, no, go ahead.
You have 2 wheels and not 4.
And I'm like, fine, I'll go. And then they pull out and hit me. That's exactly how it goes. That's exactly how it goes.
They're probably looking at us like we're aliens. I mean,
Escaped from Innsmouth. Hey, most cyclists don't stop, though. Most cyclists don't stop. Yeah, because they have to pedal, right? I don't have to pedal. I have an e-bike. I can stop at stop signs because I can get going without any effort. If you're on like a bike that you have to pedal, stopping at a stop sign is kind of a pain because you have to get going again. So I understand that. But I'm on a fucking e-bike. All right? You should be able to see that with your eyes. And I know you don't understand like the physics of how that works, but it's not a boomer bike. And this town is filled with boomers. They think they're geniuses because they're all millionaires, but they're all fucking retarded. I swear to God, dude. I swear to God, they're fucking just dense. Like, they have no idea where they are most of the time. And they're listening to the radio. The radio! The radio that sends waves over the thing, and they have to tune it and shit like that. And they're like, oh, I hope Rush Limbaugh's still alive. He's not. He's been dead.
Can even understand the concept of a bicycle? I doubt it.
Farrell's pedaling is for peasants, exactly. Remember the name of this episode is martial law. Well, it's a Sulk stream. What do you want?
Drivers, however, say cyclists act like they own the road, refusing to
E-bike kids don't ever stop. They don't even look. Well, those are kids, dude. What do you want? Like, those are fucking kids. I'm a full-grown man. I'm a full-grown man. Is your argument that kids don't follow the rules all the time? Yeah. So watch out for kids. If you see a kid on a bike, maybe you should slow down. But I'm a full-grown ass man, okay? I know the rules and everything, right? I have a license. I'm not an alcoholic, okay? Put a pin in that one. But, like, I have a license. For now.
Abide by the rules and often slow down all the other drivers. You know what I say to that? Point to the drivers. Is that not...
Jameson says, I keep a bug assault gun in my Sunday track car for cyclists, for the ride back. If somebody shot me with a bug assault gun, I would shoot them with a gun. I would shoot them because, again, I have my gun. If you shoot me with any gun, you shoot me with a paintball gun, go ha ha ha, I'll plant one between your fucking eyes. Trust me, I am not fucking around. I can hit things with that.
True. How many times have you been like,
ha ha, I hit you with salt. Ha ha, I hit you with lead.
just waiting, whatever, there's a guy out there.
Only alcoholics drink Kirkland wine. Could you imagine me with a bottle of Kirkland wine in my basket and a fucking baguette hanging out? Just having a good old time. Sounds like a pretty sweet fucking day. I don't know, you know. Call me gay. I'll be wearing a beret and everything.
Hold up. Have you seen that video of like the chick with the foamy ass? And they're like, it's normal. Like, I don't think I've ever seen foamy ass before.
God! Oh my God! Oh my God, dude. You guys have to see the high point. I'm sorry, I have to get out of the way. You guys got to see the high point. You see that? It's still kind of obscured, but like, okay, this is the high point. You see it? You see the high point? Look at the rest of the video. You see the rest of this is. I mean, this definitely shows how bad our society is. Because I'm doing it too. But I have to go see that frothing ass.
Chick, the foamy ass.
Kabam! Damn, that shit looks like a rabid pit bull, dude. What the fuck?
We were like, it's normal.
That shit's not. Damn, dude. God, I'd have to take a shotgun to that thing like Old Yeller.
Like, I don't think I've ever seen foamy ass before in my life, even if it is normal.
A lot of comments are saying that's hot.
Oh, that forbidden sea foam.
Does this annoy anyone else? Get off the road.
Dude, there's plenty of... Are you serious, bro? You're in a tractor and there's plenty... Look how much road you have. You're just being a fucking dick. You're being a fucking dick, dude. Just go around him. Are you serious? You're in a tractor.
Or cycle faster.
You ever take a turn and you just see a cyclist and you're like, here we go. You know what I mean?
All the time.
What the actual fuck was that? The frothing ass? I think it's just sweat. I think it's sweat. Like when you sweat. Or I don't know, maybe it's some girl thing, right? When they ride bikes, they just froth up. Like when you shake up a beer. I don't know, man. Ladies in the chat, can you help me out? Can you tell me like the chemistry behind that? Is her pH good? Like, let's go back. Not that guy.
Have you seen that video of like the chick, the foamy ass?
Okay. Any thought? Can you tell me? You seem to be like you like medical stuff. Is she good? Is her clam? I don't even know what to say. So as someone who lives in farm country, usually those tractors have big long things coming out of each side. Okay, well that's not what we're talking about right now. I want just tell me what's going on here. I'm sorry, did she use like a bottle of Selsun Blue on her pubes? What's going on? Is that... That's from too much foam in her coffee. That's we call that a bicycle latte. Yuck! Yuck!
Like, it's normal.
I don't even know if that's gross. Is that gross, dude? I mean, like, why is it so foamy? Why is she like? Is she horny? Is she horny, or is she just sweaty? Are you guys horny? Be honest. Be honest in this chat. You be honest. You be honest. My guess is soap and the shorts that got sweaty and sudsy. Yeah, who doesn't keep a bar of soap in their bike shorts?
Normal.
Of course.
Like, I don't think I've ever seen foamy ass before in my life, even if it is normal.
A lot of comments are saying that's hot.
Oh, that forbidden sea foam.
Does this annoy anyone else? Get off the road or cycle faster.
You ever take a turn and you just see a cyclist and you're like, here we go. You know what I mean?
All the time.
I wish that sometimes there was purge rules and I got to just like, maybe not tap the brake and maybe just kind of hammer the accelerator down a bit and just see what happens. It's purge day.
Well, there's nothing worse than being in a tractor with a trailer on the back and being stuck behind one of these.
Okay, if you're like holding up traffic, just pull over to the side, right? Maybe he does have those long things on the side. I don't know. I don't see him. But like maybe if somebody knows, this is another thing with boomers though. They're completely unaware of what's going on around them. So he's probably just old, trying to get some like, you know, fucking exercise and shit. I don't know. He kind of seems like the asshole in this situation. Anpu for a $5, thank you. He says, your show is 1,000 times better when I have Erica playing in the back. Who's Erica?
Bug going up a hill.
Who's
But
Erica?
you can take the tractor around him. At the same time, though, you can't be the cyclist and hear like a giant tractor behind you and just be like, this is obnoxious, the amount of bicycles there are.
This is asshole. This is an asshole move. Right? When they get into a pack, I hate that shit. That shit pisses me off. And they do, like, I used to live in a place with like a real windy road, and there would be a pack of them on like a Sunday, and I'd be like, oh my God. And they're not e-bikes. These are just normal bicycles. And they're like, look at us, we're in a pack. And you know, every time I would pass them, I would lay on my horn. I would lay on that shit. And they'd be like, yeah, fuck you guys, dude. Fuck you guys.
How the f do you get into a place in your life where you're like, gonna meet the guys at a local coffee spot and just see if we can't do 12 miles today? A gang of bicyclists, and they all have the same like nylon fiber outfits with their f***ing alien helmet.
Okay, okay, so I guess I assume this is Erica? Is this what you're showing me? Is this Erica? This is gonna get dangerous, isn't it? Is this gonna get me kicked off YouTube? Okay, I'm going to admit that is pretty funny. Because I know the song. Just imagine a bunch of retards fucking walking, goose stepping off of a bus, dude, with like MP5s and shit. You see this. That's scary shit. That's scary shit. Right? Ready to bust some heads. Right? And they're strong. They got that retard strength. Urgh. How do you not know? I do know this song. I just didn't know what Erica he was talking about. I'll show you a little German song that I learned when I was in Hamburg for a summer in high school. How do you spell it? Dicke Titten. Okay. I don't know. So I guess I'll just do this one. This is.
Lange blonde Haare, blaue Augen, ach wie schön.
This is where you get drunk and we'd sing. I would hang out with a bunch of German kids. And I was like 17. I know the chorus. Hold on.
Da war noch was anderes, was ich an ihr sexy fand. Sie
hatte ganz dicke Titten. Dicke Titten, die doll wippen. Vor der Fahrer Schlitten. Ja, auf den Titten. Mir dankt an dicke Titten. Dicke Titten von Jahre aus. Okay, so basically the song is like she had very, very large breasts, and she used these breasts to slide down hills. Is the song. Sie hatte ganz dicke Titten. So there you go.
Just for wind resistance. You know what I mean? They would argue that the lack of cycling education leads to a lack of arm signaling.
That's the war song I want to be going on.
Obeying traffic lights, taking up multiple lanes, and blocking cars. Here's the solution: run them over. Put the credits to the video.
Yep.
It's done. Kill every cyclist. That's my deal. If you ride a bicycle, you deserve to die. That's the video.
That's it. No, die. Mine's an e-bike, though.
This disconnect has led to a long-standing hatred that
Yo!
can sometimes result in irrational...
Maybe you were just walking in traffic in Amsterdam. People just walk in the bike lanes, and people like tourists walk in the bike lanes and just get nailed by bicyclists all the time. If you were in like a spot where you like see it happen a lot, dude, you'd see people get nailed by bikes. It's
hostility
hilarious.
and violence. I think it might be rational. But let's get into a little viral clip you may have seen recently. It tickled.
The Rammstein version is better. They had the Rammstein version. Hold on. I'll play the Rammstein version. Okay. We'll vibe. We'll vibe for a minute. It's 5 minutes long, so, you know. I'm just going to sit here for a minute. Yeah, now it's all Indians. It's not these type of people anymore. It's all Indians. Stinks there. I don't think I've heard this version. Slaps though.
Ich lebe alleine schon viele Jahre. Das Leben stumpf, der Alltag grau.
Those patients, sanity, and hair. I would like to have a wife. And it'll fade away.
Eine Partnerin zu finden, die mir ebenbürtig ist. Nein, da ist kein Glück in Sicht. Sie muss nicht schön sein.
She doesn't have to be beautiful. She doesn't have to be smart. Based. She doesn't have to be rich. Not a model with long strides. But big tits. Like a permanently open wound. From the soul, the blood drips. The only consolation are small dogs. A fine young lady would be good. A fine young lady would be great. I am also not at all demanding. I am also not at all picky. At the end of the story, she doesn't have to be beautiful. She doesn't have to be smart. She doesn't have to be rich. But I would like to ask for one thing. Dig a titten. Dick a titten. Big old fat dick a tittens. Based. Dig a titten. Yep. They do be helping with the cushioning, yeah. I'm also not at all demanding. But big breasts would be great. She doesn't have to be beautiful. She doesn't have to be smart. She doesn't have to be rich. Oh, she has to be rich in fatty tissue, please, please. She will miss nothing with me. She doesn't even have to kiss me. Doesn't need to refresh me with grapes. She only has to have huge tits. A beautiful land. That's a beautiful land. He's all blind. He's like, she doesn't have to be pretty, but I need some big fat milkers on her. That's so funny. Is this it? Is this just the credits? It's like a minute and a half of credits. I mean, we want to know who actually wrote this. Big B Trucker says, you're welcome. It is pretty funny. And like, honestly, makes some good points. Makes some really solid points. You don't need much, but you do need a large bra size.
Me to know it. Tickle Me Elmo kind of action was Gary Peacock and Pierce Kimpton in a viral video. 74-year-old cyclist Gary Peacock took matters into his own hands by detaining 22-year-old driver Pierce Kimpton. A cyclist did a citizen's arrest. Father Time got off of his.
What are you getting? A citizen's arrest? Seriously? No.
Bicycle and performed a fucking citizen arrest on a 22-year-old. Peacock claimed that Kimpton nearly hit him with his car trying to pass him on the road. When Kimpton parks his car to skateboard with his friend, he finds that Peacock has followed him to give him a piece of his mind. He's just like, you son of a bitch, and cycles after him.
Just leave it be. Whatever.
In the video, Kimpton speaks to Peacock from inside his car, claiming that
I remember that guy, Gary Peacock. What a douche. Yeah, he seems like a douche. He seems like an absolute fucking tool. Yeah, I mean, like, look, you have your right to, like, ride bikes and shit like that, but if you get hit by a car, just know you were kind of asking for it. That's not, I mean, look, people get hit by cars all the time on bikes. You have to understand, and don't be like, I'm making a citizen's arrest because you almost hit me. But I didn't hit you, though. So what are you arresting me for? Almost hitting you? You're arresting me for almost... You don't even know. You don't even know. I'm arresting you for being a fucking tool, right? And then I kick his ass.
Gave the cyclist
Kick his ass.
Peacock then aggressively
Like, yeah!
opens the car door and fights to keep it
Right?
pierced.
I've got a very aggressive teenager here that almost hit me
22.
in the car.
When Kimpton tries to get out, he is held back
I got a really aggressive young buckaroo.
and told he's not leaving until...
Shut up, you fucking tool. I would break this guy's ankle. No, I wouldn't even do that. I just taco his front wheel. That's what I would do. And those things are flimsy, right? Because it has to be light and agile and stuff like that. So a swift kick to the forks, and that thing's going to bend like a taco. No problem.
Police show up and demand they give him a ticket. He tells Kimpton, quote,
If I have it my way, you're going to jail.
which, you know, I just want to say, I would understand getting a little spooked, you know, somewhere like, holy shit, whatever, but to then be like, you motherfucker, and like to be angry, that whole like to follow him and then still just be like, you're going to jail. A bit of an overreaction. Nothing happened.
Boomers, man. What is the deal with boomers? Why do they think they own everything? You don't. You simply don't. Right? Other people live here. Okay? You can't just be like, you're on my road driving a car. What? No, man. Fuck
Right?
you.
Eventually the police arrive.
This guy makes me angry, dude. Ooh, I'd be mad. I probably wouldn't have stopped. Like, you got to give it to, like, the 22-year-old because he stopped. He's like, okay, fine. We'll have the cops come and we'll handle this, okay? I would have driven off because that would have been the best case scenario for you, dude. That would have been the best case scenario. You would have, like, I wouldn't have been cool like that. I wouldn't have been, like, smiling and laughing about it, dude, because I'd be like, you know what, bro? I'm going to fucking kick your ass. That's what I'm going to do, dude. I'm going to kick your ass.
To break up the confrontation. The officer quickly decides that not only will Kimpton be fined $130 for being too close to the cyclist on the road, but Peacock will also receive a $160 fine for disorderly conduct.
Getting for what?
Because you were aggressive to him.
Peacock insists that he should have a right to detain someone until police arrive. The officer lectures him like a child and tells him that he's being too aggressive to the child. You're 74, he's 22.
Yeah, dude. I mean, look, you're going to get killed. Like, why do you think you're going to get killed, man?
What are you thinking?
It's a criminal citation? Yes.
Big B says, I'm on safety committee and got to watch one of my drivers tag a bike riding crackhead who crossed when the driver's light was green. LMAO in the meeting, non-preventable. Yeah, that's not, I mean, like, what? He had a green light. The violation was on the crackhead. He got smeared by a truck. That's an open and shut case. That's not even like, yeah, that's going to happen. That's like, oh, this Indian got in the way of a train and he got smashed again. It's not even worth looking into. Be like, yeah, well, that's the Indian's fault. Let's go to lunch. That's it. I have an episode on Indians getting hit by trains, by the way. It's coming up.
Yes, because that behavior is criminal.
Apparently, it's extremely common.
You don't get to act like that to people.
And you know it is, because we all, I mean, like, we hang out on Twitter. Some of us hang out on Twitter. How many times have you seen an Indian just explode because an Indian track, just arms, fucking poop? There's got to be poop. I mean, those people are like 80% poop.
Peacock gets riled up, frantically trying to explain that he no
Drives
longer
a Saab with it. Dude, he might just not have money, all right? Are Saabs expensive? I don't know. I've never had a Saab.
wants to press charges now, then it means he has to get a citation. But it's too late. The officer is fed up.
He has a lot of natural authority. It comes with his stash. No.
What did this...
I have a mustache. It gives me no authority. It just kind of hangs out there. Makes sounds. You hear it? Mm-hmm.
Solved nothing. Both people got in trouble. I don't like that.
The cop says, I'm giving you this fine, but once the court sees the footage, it's going to go away.
Oh, okay, so he's just like, you know what? I'm going to give you this because this geriatrical is driving me insane, but don't worry. I just want to bring this point up because
if I was a cop, which I would never be a cop, I would put the old guy in jail. Because I know putting the 22-year-old in jail, it doesn't disrupt his life, you know? He's like, okay, it's not like I might lose my job at Taco Bell. Oh, well, right? But like the 76-year-old, he's got places, you know, he wants to go and shit like that. The 22-year-old's life already sucks. It just sucks. Maybe. I don't know. I'm making a lot of assumptions here. I assume all kids are broke. Because it's kind of true these days, right? It's not like... It's kind of true.
I have made it very clear that my...
Saabs are expensive to maintain because they don't make them anymore. Well, then, yeah, I don't think that's a very expensive car. If you can't even maintain it, then you must have gotten it pretty cheap.
My rage for cyclists knows no
bounds. Who says he's maintaining that thing? He might have just bought it. I don't know.
And I'm going to try to give you some facts and opinion. Mostly.
Farrell says, you also have a beard. It takes away from the authority of the stash. You don't understand authority. I'm sorry, my beard has been holding me back? Do you guys respect me more now? Do you guys have more respect for me? Now that I am beardless? No, I don't think that's it.
Opinions on why you should share the same hatred too. I'm angry, and you should be too.
No.
Drivers may have a rational anger towards cyclists, but how can you not want to pick on people?
All right, now you're getting your ass beat. You just fucking ran into me. I'm just standing here. You're just getting your ass beat.
Like this, dude. People say,
it just shoves him
like that. Oh, really? Well, do I look like this? Yeah.
By the way, I don't wear this shit. I wear a helmet. I don't wear a jersey with the thing in the back. And no, I just wear shorts and shoes. I'm usually going to the gym, man. I'm not wearing this in the gym. I wear gym clothes. I go to the gym. Or if I'm going to the beach, trunks. And I have my surfboard on the side. It's very clear what I'm doing, okay? I'm not just riding to be a dick and be like, I'm just getting my pedal in. I got like fucking drop bars and shit on that thing. No! If you don't know what drop bars are, the ones that like kind of like that, and so you can really, really get your pedal on.
Don't. All right. I'm not a big advocate for judging people with how they look, but if you're a
Tejas calls me pube face. It's not even the worst thing you guys have called me.
Cyclist and you wear those goofy ass outfits, I think it's free game. Is it not? I have to do it. I must. See, this is the problem, dude. This is the fucking problem. People get so bought into dumb hobbies and everything else, they have to make it their entire...
Big B says, work boots and Daisy Dukes. Got it. I mean, if the weather's right.
Identity, especially when it comes to, and I'll say it, dude.
I do have nice thighs. I'm just saying.
As a fat piece of shit.
It'd be a shame to keep them under all that denim. Damn shame.
People who make like some kind of working out their entire identity, worse people. It's the same way I look at people making like, I don't know, a show. Remember when The Office was a whole thing that became people's identities was The Office or like Harry Potter?
The Office? Harry Potter? Jess has a Harry Potter tattoo. She got the fucking triangle tattoo. She got on a fucker. Like a kid. I don't get it, dude. I don't get the fascination with Harry Potter. It's fucking lame, dude. And you guys might be Potterheads and shit like that. That shit's... Come on. Whatever. Whatever.
It's the same stuff. The athletes or people that do these things hold the notion over that it's like,
He flexed out. With barely any muscle, he flexed out.
yeah, I don't think I could really live without it. And
Oh, we're making fun of Harry Potter, and I...
Go fuck yourself.
See? Sorry.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. Kindly go fuck yourself. What? What's wrong with Harry Potter? It's a lovely coming of age story with magic and wonder and trolls.
What if I did that? What if I was just super into like a movie, or like, what if I got a Roots tattoo? Like Oprah Winfrey pissing in a field.
And then
Would that be funny? Look around.
I could see someone.
Or that scene from Amistad where they're going down with the anchor just one by one. Is that too dark? Is it too dark? Yeah, maybe. I'll get chained black people, right? All together. There's an anchor on my forearm. And then as I'm reaching in to like grab a fish out, it makes the scene. It makes the scene. This is genius. I don't know if you guys are like into it, but I'm into it.
This is the Deathly Hallows. It's like it's a story in the story, and it's about death.
Gay!
Whatever, nigga.
Gay! You just ruined my YouTube, too. You just ruined my fucking... You know how much money I was going to make off YouTube? Nothing. You made...
Well, I just make it better. Oh, he said hi, everybody.
Come here, Gator.
You want him?
Come here, Gator. Come here. Come here.
and I'm just a lot healthier because of it. Does that make sense? Is that a good...
Farrell says, I saw the first one. It was okay. I don't do fantasy. Nope.
That's okay. Well, you should have married Farrell.
She seems like she got money.
And you're stuck with this lowly peasant.
She's a peasant girl, right? I got a
girl.
peasant girl. That's fine. I'm into
Hey,
it.
the peasant girl's the more fun one in the movies.
That's true.
Every movie,
Mhm.
it's always the peasant one.
That's
It's
right.
not the rich one. Everyone hates the rich one.
I can tell.
So, you're welcome.
Yeah. And I got little Gator here.
You want me to take him?
Hi, Gator. Yeah, take him. He's a good cat. That's a good cat. I still got Bing's here. And here comes Dudley. Hey, Dudley, do you want to say hi?
Yeah, let Dudley say
Dudley, sit. Dudley. Dudley.
Aw,
Dudley.
babe.
Dudley, come
Oh,
on.
she's bopping him.
Dudley.
Oh, she loves him.
Come on. Come on, Dudley. Dudley, come on. Come on.
Hey, Dad.
Oh, big boy.
Good
Oh, big boy. Look at the camera. Oh, Dudley.
Show him show him his tongue.
Okay, Dudley, open your mouth. Open your mouth. Open your mouth. It's black. It's black. Like Jess's heart.
Yes.
Okay, Dudley, get out of here. Anyways, that's my pets. These are my menagerie of pets, including wife.
You're saying you don't like people who commit their life to sports?
That's not what I
You
said.
like how I... Yeah.
You can commit your life to a sport. I have more respect for you if you can. I'm saying when you make it your personality.
Goofy Boots says, finally got the real talent on the show, the animals. Yeah, I'm like Steve Irwin. No one watches for me. They're just hoping for that Stingray moment.
The people wearing the alien helmet, nylon fiber outfits, and they're going on a trail ride, and they're not competing.
Oh, look at that. Big B Trucker gave a dono. I'll give that right there. I don't see it the same way, but thanks, Big. Thanks, Big B. And Cheddar got it. Sweet. Now Cheddar gets to watch the premiums.
That for? Other than for you to be like, I'm a part of the clan. I'm a part of the tribe. If that doesn't make any sense, don't keep it in the video. I'm just saying my gripes. In 1992, a man named Carlson...
Couch says, I'm Slytherin, Big B. She is. And she fucking, like... She's, like, about it. Right? And it was really tough when I had to tell her I'm Hufflepuff. You know, we had a lot of fights. And, you know, it's, you know... But... I represent the puff, you know.
Was fed up with how aggressive
Represent
cyclists
the
were treated.
puff.
It was common to have insults hurled at you.
Couch says Sulk is so Slytherin. Is also Slytherin. No, I'm telling you, I rep House Puff.
And in some cases, even being bumped on the road. Good citizen. He
Oh.
decided to take to the street.
Renee's, thank you for another one. And Taddy got it. Oh, Taddy got it. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. I'll give you 2. Why not?
Streets alongside a giant group of cyclists to ride home, using the strength in numbers to force cars to let them have the road. This is what became known as critical mass. But what exactly is critical mass?
Oh, it's Feral
Critical mass became a
Pigeon.
long-standing monthly cycling event.
Feral Pigeon, you're too kind for the animals. This is going to be John's show soon. Oh, I'm actually excited about this clip. Okay, I know. Hopefully, God willing.
As the gold nugget. Whoops.
Oh.
Come on, kitty. Kitty's nice and clean. Attractive color. That's one of my favorite ones. Monkeys think they taste good too. Now, when he's chewing on my finger like this, what I do is I tell him no, and I poke my finger down his throat like that. He gags, and then he stops. Okay, now we let him do it again. It's important to do this little while his teeth are small and he can't hurt me. We tell him no, poke your finger down the throat, he gags, and then he stops. Let's talk about feathers here. Now, bird feathers, iguanas are very easy to take care of as long as they have the right diet. You're better off to just
This guy is not good with animals.
Possible.
He just fell off. He's not good with
Grow a
animals.
lot faster than all the other nails. Whoops.
This guy puts the hamsters up his ass. I guarantee you, dude. I guarantee you.
Kitty on the floor. Well, whoops. Oh, puppy down. Hello, puppy. It's important that you really work hard. Ferret on the floor now. It's important.
The ferret on the floor.
You really work hard in obedience.
Couch turfing. Don't use that terminology in my house.
Oh, excuse me, Barney.
Nah, I'm just kidding. I use it like every single day.
All right, now this kid never saw a dog before, so he's scared.
Every day.
Okay, it's the first time he's been
Every
here.
day without.
Now, if you hold the kitten,
He's terrible.
out, Barney,
He's
where they
bad.
always go. Now they chose to go inside. You let go of him. Genets and cockatiels don't get along. Any veterinarian can do that nowadays. They have a very effective vaccine for rabies and ferrets. Now a call
Okay.
from Susan.
Hi, Mark.
Hi, Susan.
Hi, how are you? I have a 1-year-old.
Okay, so these birds are killing each other over here. These birds are killing each other.
Beagle mix.
Senegal parrots do not make good toys. That she's there.
Oh,
Now,
that's
I
a
said,
sweet.
"Stop her."
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Oh, and the bird's nervous now.
Is that there is no
Oh my God! That poor puppy.
longer. There is no longer
Dude, separate these animals. What are you doing?
a corner. Therefore, when he goes to the corner to do the flips, whoops, crash. Come here, monkey. All right. There you go. Here we go.
Should this guy be? I think he should not be. This is really bad, dude. Why are you bad at? Is this a show? Is this public access? This is public access, right? This is worse than my show. Jesus Christ. Sorry.
Happy monkey again. Well, we'll fall out.
Leo says, bro. This is the most chaotic pet show ever. What is it about?
And eventually, hello. It will fall out on its own eventually. However,
Thank you, Splash.
What were we talking about?
That's a cute
Talking
puppy,
about
though.
Blood feathers in the bird.
That guy should be in jail. That guy should be arrested. That's not good at all, dude.
Hundreds of cyclists would gather and flood the streets. It was essentially a party that traveled.
What the fuck is that pet show? I don't know, dude. It's just some guy that has a lot, and maybe he runs a pet shop. I don't want to see the gore at that pet shop. Did you see what happened to that puppy's tongue? That was terrible.
Are you on my side?
That was terrible.
A petty group of 100 cyclists, 100 baristas getting together and being like, we're going to go throughout the whole street. All of them. I don't care. During rush hour. People will just work 9 hours. I don't care. Got to get my cardio in. And they have to suffer. It took place on the last Friday of every month. The last Friday of every month! You have to rearrange your plans for the cyclist in the city, okay? The main goal of Critical Mass is to essentially send a message to drivers that the streets belong to more than just them. Because of this, part of the event is to irritate drivers for being selfish and for not sharing the space. By being selfish,
That's not a good idea.
And being a petty piece of shit who has to dress in the nylon thing with the alien helmet and ride around with their gay friends. Keep the gay in. I'm saying gay is in not cool, not homosexual, Nick.
That's what it means. Homosexuals are not cool. What are you gonna do, YouTube?
This is likely because there was no proper
What are you gonna do?
infrastructure to allow cyclists to travel
You gonna
safely
block
alongside
me?
traffic.
By the way, one of my YouTube reels, one of my shorts has. Let me look. Hold on. It has 15,000 views. Huh? How that? 15,000. Some of them don't have many, but right there. Boom. 15K. Boom. Boom. Take that from me, YouTube. I bet they will because they don't give a shit.
Because when people were building cities, they never thought, God, there's going to be freaks
Boom.
roaming the streets on 2 wheels, riding around. Everyone else in the world is in
Goofy Boots says, nice. Thanks, brah. Thanks, homie. Dabs.
cars. Anything for bikes, that person was probably stoned to death.
Ardenshire made all of those, so give it up, you know.
They was like, what about bikes? What about bicycles? They probably took one of those, like, the stone slings, and they're like, you know what I mean? Whoosh. It was common for them to completely take over the road.
It's called a slingshot, you retard.
Getting in the way of any driver who happened to be near them. So petty. Like a guy's just driving, they're just like, ooh, I'm turning! They even created their own move called corking, which is when you and other...
Is when you and another bicyclist are alone and you have like a lot of lube and you cork them up.
cyclists purposely cut off intersections to allow the swarm to push through safely.
Oh, I was wrong. I was wrong.
Safely and uninterrupted. Corking! My God, there's even a diagram of how it's done. I want to read.
He's made 2 for me when you were on break. When was I on break?
I don't care if you ride bicycles.
That's
if
cool.
a guy's like, sure, man, I'll go. Like mountain biking or whatever. You know how hard that must be? Insane. Imagine a guy's like, sure, yeah, I love riding. Yeah, that's cool. Where are we going?
Italy?
Downtown.
Was I in Italy? Probably.
Have you corked yet? Critical.
Yeah, I cork my buddies all the time. Ardenshire, clip that. Anyways, thanks for coming, guys. This was fun. I had a good time. Hope you guys had a good time as well. Please hit the like button if you would be so kind. It really helps me out, and I really appreciate it. If you are on my Rumble, then follow my YouTube at Incredibly Sulky. And if you're on my YouTube, follow The Incredible Sulk on Rumble. You know, cross platforms and do all that. You know, Sulkstream OFF on Twitter if that's your thing. Please go ahead and follow me on all the places. Also, if you want to donate, I have my PayPal, I have my Ko-Fi. The links are in the chat. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I hope you have a wonderful evening. And thank you so much for being here. And thank you so much for being you. And, you know, be good people and spread the love and be awesome to each other. And until I see you again, have a good night. Drink a lot of water. Get a good night's sleep. And take care of yourselves because I care about you too. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Love you. Good night.
I'm an incredible soul, unhinged and unleashed like a bulldog's fist growl. I'm spitting fire, burning through these trees, questioning the world, unraveling conspiracies. Talking about Bigfoot, but Loch Ness Monster too. Government lies, they're feeding me their goo. I'm diving deep into this rabbit hole, uncovering the truth, setting fire to their control. I got small nipples, but my voice is loud, roaring like thunder in this crazy crowd. They say I'm crazy, but I call it woke, unraveling the madness with every word I spoke.